Hi guys, playing Terraria 1.2 isn't out yet, so I was tempted to not play it. I need to turn down my volume. But yeah, I was tempted to not play it because it isn't out yet, or 1.2 isn't out yet. But I figured I need to do a little talking video, not like a series thing. I mean, it's a serious thing, but not a series. But it's regarding the channel and stuff like that. Essentially, I am graduating high school in June. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I got out of high school. I was still trying to figure that out, which was really like hectic because I'm like sitting there in high school with this work, trying to figure out what I want to do once I'm out of high school, which I didn't want to have to figure out, but basically what happened is we have a graduation project at our school. I'm not sure how many other schools have that. Probably a lot, because it's a really useful thing to have. But we have a graduation project, and part one was like do these little research things that tell you like what job you're best suited for, and I was like, okay, these are dumb. I ended up just getting like information technology for mine, which is essentially what I wanted to go into. So it's like, alright, at least I got that, and at least it got that right. But I really want to do video game development. And to do that, I would kind of need to go to school for it, because that's not really something that you just sort of pick up and say, hey, I'm doing this, and just can do it. I mean, there are some people that just have a natural talent for learning programs and stuff, but I find it to be difficult, and I still need to learn a bunch of things, proper proportions of how things should be and whatnot. Which is why I'm taking an architecture class in my school right now, because I figured I really need to know proportions of buildings and whatnot if I were to make a game, because you can't have a disproportionate building that is awkward and not realistic. So I figured, you know what, I'll take that. And it's going good so far. I have an idea for a house. We're using a program called CAD, Computer Aided Design, by Autodesk. And essentially I have this idea for a house. It's like a single person house, and the teacher seemed intrigued by the idea of it from what I explained to him. So I think I have his approval on it. But basically, I'm taking that class so I can learn some interior stuff, so I can be better at that once I get into the video game field. But I looked at a college, or I looked up colleges to try and find which one had like a video game development program, and I found like one college that I've actually heard of before, which was DeVry, and I was considering taking that class once I was out of high school. Then I saw the cost. It's $104,000 for a bachelor's degree in video game, what was it, simulation and design. So I was like, okay, I need a way to come up with all of this money so I can do that, because that's what I want to do. And basically, I was sitting there thinking, how the hell am I going to do this? And meanwhile in English class, we're doing our part 2 of our graduation project. And they had an army recruiter come in, and he was talking about working in the military. He works in the Marines and was talking about all that stuff, and I didn't think it sounded like that bad of a thing. So I basically made up my mind that out of high school, I'm going to join the military. It's not gonna be like armed forces that I'm going into, which is what most people immediately jump to when I say that I'm joining the military, is, oh my god, you're gonna get killed over there. No, I'm gonna work with computers. I'm probably gonna end up stateside. But basically, if I do join the military, which the only reason that I wouldn't is because I have asthma. So if I do join it, it's probably gonna be the end of me doing YouTube videos for a while. Except for maybe on the weekends, like, I might do little videos, which wouldn't be much different from what I do now, because I don't upload consistently at all. So, yeah. So I don't really know what else to say, but I just figured I'd rather make an update video early, and have everyone know, like, okay, assuming that you actually like my videos, in which case then it would be like, oh man, he's not going to be uploading videos. Or if you're a friend of mine in person, because I know like 2 people in person that actually, well, I know one person in person that will sometimes watch my videos. I have another friend who I know in person who I don't think watches my videos. But if by chance one of those people that I know in person watches the video, then they know. Because I haven't really, well, I have told a few people, being my parents and people in school, because that's basically what everyone's talking about right now is, what are you doing after high school? Since we have the graduation project that we have to think about it. But beyond that, I haven't been like walking around like, oh yeah, joining the military. You guys are pretty jealous, aren't you? So, if you're one of those people that I know in person and you found out this way, then yeah. I don't really know what to say about it, but the only thing that I think is going to suck about joining the military is you still have to go through boot camp no matter what part you're joining. So I'm going to be working in computers, but I'm going to have to go through boot camp like a foot soldier would, or really anyone else in the military. Not specifically foot soldiers, but just anyone, because everyone has to go through boot camp. I still need to do more research and figure out if having asthma completely disqualifies me from being able to join the military. Because my one friend's saying, oh yeah, it does, but he also hates the military. But that's just his own personal opinion of them. Because I was like, you should join it with me, and then we can go to college together for free. And he's like, what? No. And I asked him why, and he said because he doesn't want to. And he just said it's his own personal thing where he doesn't like them, so he won't join. So I was like, alright, fair enough. But yeah, he won't join, which kind of sucks. It would be nice to have someone else working in the same field that I actually know. But I guess that's the good thing about working there, though, would be you're meeting new people, and it teaches you to actually communicate with new people rather than just go over there and have like one friend and only speak with them, because you're going to need to communicate in the job. You have to talk to people, help them. I'm going to be doing computer stuff, so I'm going to help people repair computers in person, like go and fix them, or over the phone tell them, hey, you got to do this, whatever. So you will have to actually have communication skills to do that, so I guess it is a good thing that he wouldn't be going with in the military. But like I said, I just wanted to make a little update video. I will be trying to make videos more often, but being in senior year, it's like I want to make sure that I pass with good grades, get everything straightened out, and have a smooth transition out of high school and not have a rough one where it's like I have to rush at the end of the year and do all this stuff. Because I know some people that are going to end up having to do that, and that sucks for them. But if you're going to be lazy and you're not going to try and make your transition out as easy as it was in, where you just sort of walked in and there you go, you're in high school, then that sucks to be you, because I'd rather have an easy transition out than a rough one, and then go out into the world and have to work. Get the last little bit of easy that you can out of school, and then go out and actually have the work and all that other fun stuff. But yeah, the main thing that dragged me into the military was the free college. If anyone is wondering, like, why would you even consider that? That's essentially why, because I don't have $104,000 to spend on one class alone. I don't have $104,000. I don't even have $1,000. So there's no way in hell that I'd be able to get all that money together. So I figured, hey, I sign up for the military, I do a little service, you know, I get training in a field that I want to work in, just a general field. Obviously I wouldn't be working in the military as a video game developer like I'd want to do when I get a job, but just working in the computer field in general, you get training in that. They pay you while you're doing training. If you live stateside, you get paid to live somewhere. The only thing you have to pay is your bills. They pay rent. So it sounded like a good deal to me, to the point where I was like, yeah, I should do that. So the last thing that I need to do is get a letter from one of my parents, since I'm not yet 18, saying, yes, my son can talk to an Army recruiter, and then he can write me a letter saying that I am thinking about joining the military, because that's a necessity for our graduation project, is to actually have proof that we're doing what we're saying we're doing. So like if you're going to a college, you have to have an acceptance letter to prove like you actually applied there and you are getting in, and not just, oh yeah, I want to go to this school, I don't know if I'm getting in, so I guess if I don't get in, I'll just be lazy and do whatever. So they want to make sure that you're doing what you're saying you're gonna do, which I think is a good idea. I mean, I hate the graduation project, don't get me wrong. It's not this amazing thing that every school needs to have, but it is something that is good for a school to have, because you actually think about what you're going to do out of high school. Which is why I like it, because if it weren't for that, I wouldn't have realized I should do a military. Plus, I'd like to be able to serve my country. Even if it is just doing computer work, it is still something. Because most people don't do that. Sorry for stopping. I'm messaging my girlfriend. She is in a tough position right now and doesn't really have internet. And she borrowed someone's phone so she could talk to me. But anyway. All in all, it sounded like a good idea. You get paid to live somewhere. I get training. I get free college after I come out of the military. And the only thing that I have to do is get trained in that field and then go do that job for however long they have me do it. I'm probably going to try and spend the least amount of time doing it rather than finish one, I don't know what they would call it, but if they have me working it for like 5 years or whatever, I doubt, well, it'll probably be about 4 or 5. Finish that, and then be like, alright, I'm done. And then be able to go out and go into video game development. If I still want to do that by that point, I might have changed my mind and said, actually I want to do information technology work, or computer science work, or coding, or just I don't even want to work in the computer field. So, just being able to have that free college or whatever is just really useful, because once you come out, you can really do anything. You could, as long as you get accepted to college, as far as I know, they will pay for it. So. Oh yeah, also, I heard about a scholarship at my school today. It'd be really good for anyone out there who's gonna go to college soon. We were told about it, and so if anyone who's watching this video is gonna go into a job where they're gonna work with their hands, go to your guidance counselor in your school. Ask them about the Imagine America scholarship. Apparently, like, 3 people get it at one school, or 3 people per school or something like that. I don't know. I know it runs at our school. I don't know what other schools it's at, but at our school we have it, and it's like 3 people get it, and that's it. I think that's their limit for the amount of people able to get it at one school. So, if you're thinking about going into a job where you're going to work with your hands, ask about that. It's a $1,000 scholarship to a college if you're going to work with your hands. Or if you're going into a profession where you're going to work with your hands. So hopefully that helps somebody out. Because I know me, I was just like, okay, well, I'm going into computers, so I guess that doesn't really help me. I mean, technically, I'm going to be working with my hands, replacing computer parts and whatever, but beyond that, not really. So that doesn't apply to me in probably the sense that they want people working with their hands, which is construction, factory work, whatever else, electricians, stuff like that. So hopefully that can help someone out and they can get that $1,000 scholarship, because I'm sure anything is useful. Um, also, don't take everything that I said about the military for truth, because that's just what they told me about it, and I have been told before by a teacher who was in the military. My game froze. What the heck? Okay, well I guess I'll finish this up quick since that froze, but I was told by a teacher, oh no, I came back, but I'll still finish it up quick because it's probably been going for a while, but I was told by a teacher who was in the military and wants people to join the military, but he said, don't believe everything that the recruiters say. He said that they will, like, stretch the truth about some things to try and get people to join. So, don't take everything that I said for truth. Find out, it froze again. Find out on your own about everything. I still have to, but already 99% sure that I am gonna do military service. So, if you're considering it, do some research. I'm gonna just ask the recruiter, you know, because I'm sure they can exaggerate the truth to try and get people to think about it, but once it comes time to actually talk face-to-face about it, they can say, well, this part isn't exactly true, it's more like this. And then, you know, because they don't want to lie to people directly and say, hey, look, military does this, and then you get there and they're like, who the fuck told you that? That's bullshit. That's not something that we do. But yeah. So don't take what I said for 100% truth. It could be, like I said, that he was just trying to get someone interested. Because that is his job, is to recruit people. He gets paid for doing that. So, make it sound nice, and you get people to sign up, and then you get paid for it. So if you're good at persuading people, could be a recruiter. Get paid for telling people things that could or could not be true. But yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap this up in a minute or two here, because this has probably been going on way too long. I intended it for it to just be like a short little, you know, this is going on around the end of the school year, this is probably gonna happen. Gonna try and upload videos more frequently. Probably won't work, because I always say to myself, I'm gonna make a video today, and then I don't. Or I do, and then my microphone is muted because I went to the bathroom or something and muted my microphone before I started recording, and forgot to unmute it, and I end up recording like half an hour of dead silence. So, when I do that kind of thing, I typically go, I don't even feel like recording now, because I just made this huge video, and there's no sound to it, or at least no voice. There is sound, it's just gameplay. But yeah. So, hopefully I can actually start uploading more frequently. Because if I can do that, I personally will be a lot happier. Because I would love to, obviously I wouldn't become, oh, I'm gonna die. Obviously I wouldn't become huge on YouTube, but I'd like to be something where it's just like, you know, a small channel that some friends talk about, and they're like, oh yeah, did you see his new video? Oh yeah, it was pretty good. You know, it wouldn't be a bad thing to become big, but I highly doubt with the amount of people that are big on YouTube right now that it's even close to a possibility to become big on YouTube. But anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it there because my phone just finished charging. I'm tired as shit because it's 9 o'clock at night. I just set my alarm for waking up in the morning because I have school tomorrow because it's Monday. This is probably getting uploaded the day after I record it because I definitely don't feel like editing the video, and by editing I mean putting it into a program and having it process it and whatever else. So it's probably going to end up being uploaded tomorrow around I get home at like 3. You're probably going to see this around 5:30, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Anyway, so expect some changes to come, whether it be now, where I start uploading more frequently, whether it be down the road in like June, when I just stop altogether because of the military, or I can make another update video and say, hey look, I talked to the recruiter, he said, sorry, if you have asthma you can't join. And then I need to find something else to do, but I could continue doing YouTube. So there will be another update video soon, once I talk to the recruiter, so I can let you guys know for sure if it's like, yeah, more than likely going there, or if it's like, okay, I found out that some stuff isn't true, so I'm still going to consider it, or, you know, I just can't go, so no worries about that. So you guys will be informed once I figure out more information. But have a good rest of the day. Had to make sure my mic was unmuted because I just had a mini heart attack and thought, wait, did I unmute my mic? Because I remember I was in a Skype call with a friend who was teaching me how to use Hammer Editor, and I told him that I had to go to the bathroom, and I muted my mic, and then he just had to leave. So I came back, and he wasn't there. Like, I have a wireless headset, so I heard him say that he had to go. So I had a little heart attack, and I was like, wait, did I remember to unmute my mic when I came back from the bathroom? Thankfully I did, because I would not have felt like remaking this. Anyway, that was the video. Changes are soon to come, hopefully. Have a good rest of the day. Goodbye.